recording. All right. Okay. So yeah, once again, good evening to everyone. Okay, so basically, for today, our discussion will be a little bit kind of a break, from the computation and problem solving. Okay, kasi supposedly, our next topic after the discussion of the time value of money, okay, after the present value, after the future value, the interest rates, and the cash flow. No, our next topic supposedly is the financial planning and financial analysis. No, in which no, there are a lot of formulas that you will encounter. No, kung di ako nagkakamali, there are 9 to 10 formulas that you will encounter, especially in the financial ratio analysis. No, not to include may formula pa ng the vertical and horizontal analysis, of the income statement, the balance sheet, the statement of owner's equity, and the statement of cash flow. No, which is earlier I asked the two of your classmates to check if meron na ba kayong naging mga accounting subjects previously on your previous semester, which is I learned na meron pala kayong accounting subject. So there will be no problem with me, discussing with you the financial planning and financial analysis. Kasi pag meron na kayong accounting subject before. Okay? So, no, that's why for today, let's take a break muna from finance aspect, from the computations and problem solving. Okay, but don't worry, I'll try to discuss. I'll try to discuss those topics with a very minimal need, to compute since hindi naman kayo mga accounting major. Okay, so that's why for today, more on business aspect muna tayo. Okay? And if you remember, naalala nyo from our or from the last question, in our midterm, which is it's just a question but you are able to earn 5 points, no? Um from the last question in our midterm exam, I asked you if you have suggestions or if you have some suggested topics that you would like to learn that has something to do with business and finance or business or finance, pero yung iba ang ginawa, naglabas lang sila ng saloobin about the online class as a whole, so bakit parang kasalanan ko? Anyways, well anyway, majority suggested to learn more about business and about entrepreneurship, no? And since our subject is about business finance, that has something to do with business. Yung subject natin has something to do with business naman, so why not? Okay? So since ang target naman natin, in the knowledge and learnings na tinuturo ko in the subject is the application of financial aspects of business. Okay? So technically, we cannot apply those financial aspects na ituturo ko, or matututunan nyo if we don't have any business. Okay? So that's why for today, I'll give you tips on how maybe how you can establish your own business, or how you can set up your own online business. So for today, magbe-break muna tayo. Let's take a break from the calculation, from the computation, from the formula. So I'm granting the request of majority, of those who suggested. Kasi from your class and from the other class, they suggested that they wanted to learn about business, they wanted to learn about entrepreneurship, which is technically, paano nga naman natin ma-apply yung financial aspect na tinuturo ko if we don't have the business kung saan natin i-apply, no? So that's why let's take a break muna from the computation, but next week, next meeting, I promise to dudugo na naman yung mga utak natin with the formula to use. Okay? So for today, I'll teach you muna something, or I'll give you a lecture about business. Okay? Or how, if maybe ang ilan sa inyo, you are interested to open or to establish your own business, or possible yung iba sa inyo meron ng business right now, but you need to learn something on how you can, and how you can make your business something na established, or something like that. Okay? So what I will share with you for today, is the discussion that I use in my recent webinar last January 9, 2021 lang. Last January 9, 2 weeks ago, I guess. No, so for the College of Business Students in Quezon City branch and business practitioners. Okay? So, um, medyo nagma-malfunction kasi ang laptop ko kapag nag-share ako kaya I'm using my phone to share my document. Um, okay. Yeah. Nakikita niyo ba yung naka-share screen ko? Okay.
Yes po.
Wait lang. Mamatay siya. Okay. Yan. So nakikita naman, no? Okay. Okay, so to grant the request no of the majority who suggested that they wanted to learn something about business, no, so why not? No, so for today, I'm going to share with you no, the discussion or the topic that I shared no from my recent webinar about the traditional the traditional business owners no, adapting to online business trend. Okay, so once again, no, the reason why I agree to teach you something about business kasi ang tinuturo ko nga naman sa inyo is business finance. No? How will you apply the financial aspect if you don't have the business? Okay? So for now, business aspect muna yung pag-uusapan natin. So wala mo nang involved na pera, wala mo nang involved na computations and calculations, but I'm promising you on our next meeting, marami tayong ganon. Okay? Yeah, so what I will share with you no, is my knowledge about the current trends in the business industry. Okay? And this is also the same thing that I'm sharing no, and telling to my consulting clients. No, kasi one of my side hustle is I am a business consultant. No, and I have my business consultancy company, which is the Business Project. No, kaya ang pangalan ng aking channel is the Business Project. Okay? So I will share with you no, my knowledge about the current trends in the business industry. And this is what I'm telling, or this is the advice that I'm giving to my consulting clients no, on how to deal with the challenges brought by the COVID-19. Okay, so the theme of this topic is online selling, no, traditional SMEs adopting online business trend. Okay, since you are now, since you are students, now what I will share with you are the tips or guides now that every one of you need to consider if in case you wanted to establish your own online selling business or if in case naisipan yung magtayo ng sarili nyong negosyo. Okay, how you can do it and how you can incorporate the online business trend. Then ako personally natutuwa ako na meron akong nakikitang iba sa inyo no that you are that you have the side hustle, that you have the sideline or you have the business na ginagawa ninyo. No? Tulad ni Conrad ngayon, nasa delivery pa siya ngayon habang nagkaklase. Yan. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. No, so in which no, this topic that I'm going to discuss with you it's very timely and it's very relevant. Okay. Because of the pandemic, no, the companies and businesses of all sizes are going through the effect of the COVID-19. And through these online trends that I will share with you, no, and with the help of the technology, that's the only way for every businesses to move forward. Okay? Which is because of the pandemic na experience natin, no? Parang itong pandemic na to, it served as an opportunity, no, for some of the businessmen or for some of the individual na meron silang business-minded or they are open-minded, na open-minded ka ba, no? To have an idea on how they can establish their business even though they are only doing it online. Okay? Kasi everyone right now we need to ensure our health. Now, that's why halos lahat ng business organizations, big or small, no SMEs or the micro or the MSMEs, no, or the micro, small or medium enterprises, na everyone need to do the new normal online. No, tulad natin, we are doing the online class now because we are adapting. Okay? And the question here is, no, how the traditional way, no, na ginagawa ng iba't ibang businesses are adapting to the new online business trends. Okay, kasi let's say you are a business owner, and if your business is not able to operate because now we need to follow the community quarantine protocols, okay, you need to temporarily close it down. Now, not unless you have an open mind, no, to adapt to changes. Okay, and the changes that we are talking about here is the online business trends, no? And fortunately, right now yung ibang businesses ay nagsisimula na ulit na magbukas, no? So before I proceed now with my discussion, I just wanted to show you this illustration. Okay? Ayan. Now, so to make it clear with everyone, no, or maybe this is already being discussed in your entrepreneurship subjects, no, on how we are classifying the MEs. Okay, MSMEs stands for the micro, small, medium, and large enterprises. And this is how we categorize the MSMEs, no, depending on the employment, depending on the asset size. No, kapag your employees is from 1 to 9, you are a micro. No? And from 10 to 99, you are a small um, business or enterprise. Na in the, same with the asset. Kapag mas mababa sa 3 million, yung asset mo on that business, then you are a micro. Okay? Now, in here in the Philippines, itong SMEs na to, no, are defined as any enterprise, no, ito nga, with 10 to 199 employees and or assets valued from 3 million to 100 million pesos. Okay? And would also like to introduce to you yung tinatawag natin na micro enterprise. Okay? Ito yung nasa pinakataas. Okay? Now, this micro businesses in the Philippines, okay, it is a typical business, no, that employs 9 people or fewer or below 9 people with assets of 3 million below.
Meeting. Nice.
Pamute po ng mic. Yan, thank you. So, yeah, going back, no, the reason why I am including this micro enterprise, no, in the SMEs, no, it is because these SMEs and micro enterprises combined together, no, that we are calling as the MSMEs, no, make up 99.5% of establishments in the Philippines. Okay? So, no, itong illustration na nakikita nyo right now, I think malinaw naman siya. Ayan, medyo malinaw naman siguro. Okay? No, this illustration, no, this is coming from the DTI 2019 list of establishments, no, of the Philippine Statistics Authority. Okay? In which they recorded a total of 1,506 business enterprises no operating in the Philippines. Okay? Out of this total number, okay, there are 995,745. Ito yung mga MSMEs. And 4,761 lang or 0.5% ang large enterprises. Okay? From the 99.5% na itong nakikita natin sa graph na color blue or blue-green, now 89%, okay, 89% are the micro enterprises. Okay, so 2019 pa lang yan, not to mention that during the pandemic months, no, mas lalong dumami ang micro enterprises, no, since they will do it online. Okay? And the reason why I wanted to emphasize, no, the micro enterprises is because it is possible that from that 89%, okay, some of you who are listening to me right now, no, it's possible to be part of that percentage soon. Okay? And now let's proceed on our main topic, no, for this discussion, which is how do the business owners, or how do the SMEs or MSMEs should adapt to the online business trends. Okay, so what are those trends now that we should consider? Okay, and for the business enterprises, no, to adapt to these tough moments, no, kasi syempre as a business owner, na every one of us wanted to continue, no, yung pagbebenta natin. We wanted to continue yung sales natin, yung pera na pumapasok sa atin. We wanted to continue our operations, no, kasi kung hindi, syempre sayang yung kikitain mo, sayang yung mga araw na pwede kang kumita. Okay, so we must consider these trends, no, that I will share with you. Okay, this no, these trends that I'm going to share with you, no, it guided our SME owners, you know, for years, and they continue, no, to drive the business operations in the Philippines, no. So the reason kung bakit I decided to share these tips with you, no, is if in case you have plans or nag-iisip ka ngayon na magtayo ng negosyo, or may negosyo kayo ngayon, or you have the family business, kung papaano mo, ano yung gagawin mo on that business para mai-adapt mo on the current trends, no, that we are um, currently experiencing because of the pandemic. Okay? Okay, so the first one is yan, embracing e-commerce. Okay? So since online business trends ang pinag-uusapan natin, okay? So the very first thing na yung mga business owners, yung ginagawa nila, what they need to do, no, in adapting to this online business trends is they are embracing the e-commerce. Okay? Pag sinabi natin e-commerce, no, e coming from the word electronic, no, meaning it is the buying and selling of goods, no, and services, or exchange of information or transactions, okay, using any form of electronic communication, no, over an electronic network, or we are calling as the internet. Okay. Now, how can we embrace e-commerce? Okay, kasi 'di ba normally, na if you wanted to venture in a business, no, ang pinaka-typical na setup or ang traditional setup is you establish a physical store, o yung tinatawag natin na bricks and mortar. Okay? But eventually, no, we have another option right now, and that is to set up a website, no, where you can post pictures or display your products and services online. Okay? However, kapag gagawa ka ng isang website or setting up a website, or your own website, or the website for your own business, no, with your own domain, now there is a charge that you need to pay, no, and normally ang charge na binabayaran is between 12,000 to 8,000 monthly, no, to maintain the domain name, no, ng negosyo mo. Okay, pero as a student, or on your case, no, um let's say you don't have any money to pay for the charge. Na meron tayong mga libre ngayon, no? And we are, or every business owners, no, are utilizing the use of this platform. Okay? Na kung saan it is a free of charge. Now what we are doing is we are creating a business Facebook page, no, or a business Instagram page, no, which is what all businesses are doing, no, or they are taking advantage of the available e-commerce platforms. Okay, in which, no, what you just need to do, no, is to sign up with them. Okay, yeah. So as you can see here on our presentation, okay, ilan lang ito sa mga e-commerce platforms, no, pero sobrang dami pa nila. Okay, so we have the Lazada, no, we have the Zalora. Kung naalala niyo pa yung kung naalala niyo pa yung tagline na um, kapag hindi mo na ginagamit, ibenta mo na, yung OLX. That is the carousel na ngayon. Okay? Syempre hindi mawawala yung Shopee, no? Cebu Pacific is also considered as one of the top e-commerce, no, in the very famous Facebook Marketplace. Now, itong Facebook Marketplace na to, it is a convenient destination sa Facebook, no, to discover or to buy and sell items with people within your vicinity or within your community. Okay? So normally ang ginagawa ng karamihan ngayon is ang pinaka-trending or ang pinaka-mainstream is creating a Facebook page. Na yung Facebook page is an e-commerce platform. Okay? So let's say for example, you are planning na magtayo or mag-establish ng isang negosyo. No, the very first thing that you need to do is to create, no, its Facebook page or gumawa ng kanyang Facebook page, no? Kasi through the Facebook page, mas marami kang marireach na market, no, within your location. Okay? So here are, so I'll discuss more about the Facebook later on. Now, so here are um, some of the other examples of the readily available e-commerce platforms, no, that you can use for your business. Okay? So nandyan yung Shopinas. Shopinas is a one-stop e-commerce site where you can shop, pay, and have your items delivered right at your doorstep by Air 21. And then yung bibili.com. Okay, it is 100% Filipino-owned, trusted digital marketplace in the Philippines. Now we have the Carabao, subscription-based e-commerce platform naman that help Filipinos with everyday tasks, no, involved in running and growing a business. Then we have the coupons for retailers. Now we have itong familiar na to, the Lazada and Shopee. And it is something that we are already familiar how it works, no, kasi some of us are already using it. Okay. Then we have the MDS call solutions. We have the Facebook Marketplace. We have the WhatsApp business. Okay. So meron din tayong, hindi ko na i-discuss isa-isa to. We have the Food Panda. We have the One Store PH, the Great Women Collection, and we have the Food Source. Okay, the Union Bank Global Linker. Okay, so itong mga pinakita ko sa inyo, these are just the example of the e-commerce platforms na pwede nyong gamitin, no? If you are starting up your own business, or let's say meron na kayong family business right now pero you don't have the business Facebook page yet, or you don't have the Instagram uh, page yet, no, it's better now that you start, no, creating, no, your own Facebook page, no, because it is we should embrace, no, the e-commerce. Okay, and then if you start embracing the e-commerce for your business, no, there are many things that you can do online. No, it's either you can promote your service, you can sell on retail, or you can just post the pictures. No, and your possible target market will be able to see it. Okay, then to give you, no, a snapshot. Okay, yeah, to give you a snapshot, there are four types of doing e-commerce. Okay, so let me give you, may time limit pala to. Okay, so let me give you, no, a simple example, no, for each type. Okay, and anyways, no, reading the definition in the slide is self-explanatory. Okay, so the first one, yung nakikita natin sa umpisa, the business to consumer. Okay, when you buy items from your favorite shopping websites, or let's say book a Grab car, no, or nagbook ka kay ano nga yung ano ni Mr. Speedy, no, or buying a ticket online, no, that is B2C transaction. Okay, next is business to business. Now when a physical retail stores, no, purchase their goods from their suppliers, yan yung tinatawag natin na B2B. Now, same applies to those people na, let's say, ang negosyo nila is naglo-load, or reload dealers, no, who purchase from their supplier na ibebenta nila as a load to their end consumer. That is the B2B. Okay. Next is the consumer to consumer. Okay, this consumer to consumer naman, this happens when individuals are trading directly online. Now, let's say via Facebook, let's say meron kang binili o order ka through Facebook, that is consumer to consumer. No, same with Shopee. Okay. The last one is the government to business consumer. Okay. the government has also embraced the e-commerce. So, syempre, hindi magpapatalo
Oh,
ang government. No? They also embrace the e-commerce
malintik
to
maglinis
serve the
siya.
people.
Sakit rin. Dito,
Ay,
dito
may
sa vlog.
okay.
Yan yung mga tatlo maglinis para mabilis.
Namar, pa-off po ng mic.
Ay,
Thank you. Okay. Kasi medyo masakit yung lalamunan ko at hindi ko masyadong marinig ang aking sinasabi. Tapos naririnig ko pa yung background. Okay, so going back, no, syempre yung business, yung government rather, hindi rin sila magpapatalo. They also embrace in the e-commerce. Okay? For example, no, dito sa G2B, no, or government to business, no, the examples can include no, let's say either when businesses are submitting reports, no, and paying taxes to BIR, no, or when a business is bidding on government projects, we are calling it as the government to business. Okay, kasi 'di ba kunwari you are working in a private company, no? Kasi 'di ba the company need to report to BIR and they are paying the BIR contribution. Now we are calling it as government to business. Okay? While the government to consumer, this takes place naman no when tayo as the ordinary people or the citizens, let's say umorder tayo sa NSO birth certificate, no, or let's say kasi 'di ba we can order online, no? We can book an appointment online, no, to get the NSO birth certificate or to book for a passport or kung mag-a-apply ka for NBI clearance, no, which is si meron ko yung isang classmate na nakita ko nahirapang mag-ano no, mag-book online for the NBI clearance, no. Anyways, no, actually, no, this online business trend, no, it started even before the COVID-19 pandemic existed. Okay? So bago pa man magkaroon ng pandemic, bago pa man magkaroon ng coronavirus, no, uh, talagang some of the businesses they are already adapting or they are already embracing this e-commerce. Okay, it just happens no, na lalo lang nag-boom no, or mas lalo lang na-emphasize ang online during the time that we are adapting to the new normal online. Okay? But this e-commerce, no, this e-commerce already existed no before the spread of the pandemic virus no in our country. Okay, and actually no doing the business online no, is an advantage especially for those na nagsisimula pa lang no, or planning na mag-start up pa lang. Okay? Kasi unang-una, you don't need to set up a physical store no, or you don't need to set up a physical location. And because of these health protocols that we need to follow, no, it is fortunate or swerte ng mga Filipino MSMEs no or small micro business owners because not that are running the business no the micro small or medium enterprises is easier these days no naging madali these days no thanks to the technology, thanks to the technological advancement that we have no and also because of the internet. Now there are now more opportunities no for every business owners or mga nagpaplano pa lang na maging business owners no to thrive no for them to grow and for them to even compete no against the longer or the larger established giants through the e-commerce. Okay, because using e-commerce it is also giving us the opportunity no, to promote our products online to attract more buyers. Okay? And I remember yung sinabi ni Bill Gates, no? Sabi niya, okay, if your business is not on the internet, then your business will be out of business. Okay, and look what happened to other businesses during this pandemic, no, that can't adapt, no, or hindi sila makakontinue doing their business operations online. It's either they need to close, kailangan nila magsara, they need to stop the operations, kailangan itigil na nila yung pagbebenta nila or yung pagtatrabaho nila, or they need to lay off, or kailangan nila magbawas ng employees or mga trabahador nila. Okay? And tayo as a negosyante or a business owners, kung meron tayong mga tauhan, or let's say, established na yung business natin or yung family business natin, no, we don't want these things to happen in our business. That's why uh, uh, we don't need no these things to happen or mangyari sa negosyo natin. That's why we need to embrace the e-commerce. Okay. Now that's why if you are a businessman or you have your own business or you're planning to have your own business or meron kayong family business or planning to start up your own business, bubulol ako, sorry. No, kasi even though you're a student, no, you can actually have your own business already. Pwede ka na magtayo ng business mo. If you're that person who decide to enter the business marketplace and you wanted to be successful or to continue in the business that you are doing, then you need to adapt to the online business trend. Okay, and you need to embrace the e-commerce. Okay, so I